I wanted to record a quick video about how we set up ads like this. So if you have a local business or you're an agency or a freelancer running ads, Google ads for local businesses, we've got these search ads that appear at the top, sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. And then in what we often call the local SEO maps pack or these results, notice this little sponsored result. This is what we want to run. And I found this harder to set up than I anticipated. I don't know why, but maybe that's just me, but I wanted to share a video for my own reference so I know how to do this next time and also to potentially help you. So in order to get access to this, you will need basically the Google Business Profile. We used to call it Google My Business. And so we have a shared team account we use at my agency. And basically, we all have access to this one, and this is how we handle it. And so we add clients in here, basically, under business.google.com/locations, right? And if we need to request access, I just got to check my steps here. We've actually got to document how to grant us access. So the client can supposedly grant us access. I'll show us maybe for our business. So if I'm asymmetric marketing, for example, and I own this one, under this account, I should be able to go ... I believe it's under business profile settings. Let's find out. People or access. There we go. So you can see who has access here. And if we need to add somebody, again, if you've got the right access, you should be able to add people within that, okay? I may not have access to do that, so that's maybe why I'm not seeing that, but you want to make them a manager if possible. It looks like there's a way to then also do this, to request it from the agency side. So you can actually go in and say, add a business, add a single business. So in this case, Heritage Senior Living, they have other locations. So again, when I go to business.google.com, supposedly I can add a business, add a single business. Let's see if we can find a different Heritage Senior Living location because we're just dealing with two of them right now. So here's one in Muskego that we don't necessarily manage right now. There's the category and things like that. It'll say who's kind of got access. It'll give you a hint on what their email is, and then you can request access that way. So that's another way to get access to the Google Business Profile, which is something we need to do before we run these Google Location Assets as Google Ads. All right, next we need access to the client's Google Ad account. We do this with I think what was called an MCC account, where basically we request their ID and then request access, and they grant us that way. They can also grant you access directly to your email, but once you're an agency or you have more clients, it's good to just do it inside an agency account, basically. So we recommend doing that. Once we then have access to their Google Ads account, you'll notice we go to Tools, Data Manager, and then there's connected products here. You can see I've already connected quite a few things here. So we've got the Google tag. We've got some Google Analytics. I actually have a couple different Google Analytics accounts we're cleaning up. Search Console for SEO data. And then in our case, Google Business Profile, we manage and link right here. And maybe someone else knows a way to say don't show all the locations because we have different clients. We don't want all of those showing up in our client's Google Ad account, or we don't want this client to pay for them to show up in the maps. We've actually, when I very first started my agency, we had that happen and the client wasn't very happy, right? So we want to narrow that down if possible. I'm not going to jump here just yet. So we're under, let's review, Tools, Data Manager, Connected Products, Manage and Link. So we manage that. Data shared from this. There may be a way to narrow it down right here. Please let me know if you've got that. Otherwise, I'll show you how I do that. So I click Assets here. Now we've got some search campaigns running. I'll just show those real quick. So basically they've got a location in Middleton, one in Monona. We've got ads running for those, right? And then inside those ads, we've got assets. These used to be called extensions. And there's all kinds of things like images, business name, logo, site links. In this case, what we want to run is a location asset. And the reason I'm making this video is it's many more steps compared to the other ones, in my experience. So from here, so you see I've got these added now. It actually took me a minute. That's why I'm making the video. Is let's say in the case of Heritage Middleton, I don't want other clients obviously to show in the maps pack and for Heritage to pay for it. That's a no-no, right? So we want to narrow it down. Again, maybe you found this easy. I didn't, so that's why I'm making this. Okay, I'm actually going to do it for my business just so you can see it from the beginning. So I apologize for jumping around if that's what it felt like, but let me show you. So this is us. This is actually our company, right? So we've got asymmetric marketing. I got business profile settings. Hopefully I have access. Yes, I do. So you can add people in here. And then once you've got access, we can go into advanced settings. set, as we talked about, the Google Ads phone number. If you want a particular phone number to ring, or that's one you're using to track in your Google Ads, not a bad idea. I'll come back to that. But then labels, I don't have any labels here. So if for some reason I needed to differentiate this, and maybe I had multiple locations or something like that, and I needed to say, this is in Madison. Let's just say we had to do that. Did I spell that right? Yeah, okay, asymmetric Madison. So if I had multiple locations, and maybe I had to do Middleton, Monona, Madison, or Chicago, LA, New York, whatever it is, I'm going to set those in the labels here, and that's going to help me then when I run this. So now I'm in the asymmetric marketing Google Ads account. I've got some campaigns, but I want to look at my assets. I don't have any location assets set up. So again, I've got all these different assets we could be running. I only want to see the enabled ones, por favor here. And then location, let's see what we can do here. Create an asset, our locations, or the affiliate locations, sells their products. So in this case, advertiser does own the store. Let's continue. And this is a little more like what I was talking about. So we've got the profile. You can see we've got 29 locations. Many of them are not asymmetric marketing. They're actually some of our clients, right? And I'm not really able to select anything else there. So I could request access to another one. That's nice to know. Or I could enter a domain to ask for access. Good. Since I've actually got it now we can see all our clients in here. And there's this option at the top to limit it. So I can just go by business name. And what I found is funny about this is it's not a contains logic, right? It's gotta really match whatever this is right here, or whatever we've got listed in our business.google.com/locations, right? So notice when I actually put it in exactly as it appears, now I can filter by that. But what we ran into when a company has multiple locations, as in the case of Heritage Senior Living, this doesn't cut it, because we might want to specify per campaign which one to show. And if they're all called Heritage Senior Living, then that's not a good way to do this, right? So that label that I did, what did I call it? Asymmetric-Madison. Supposedly, and this was finicky, it took a while, but finally it worked. We can see that label now. I just wanted to show this. Matches in here. And this took me a long time to figure out, so I hope you're smarter than me. But this made me crazy. So there it is. That's how we find that. And that matches up with here, which lets us filter down and just show this one location. In Heritage, it did it a little differently. So I've got the business profile. You can see I've got my label filters here, right? So that's what I was talking about. And notice I've got different business names in this case. So let's go back to old business.google.com. For Heritage, you can see I've got Heritage Middleton and then Heritage Senior Campus. So there's just not a great way to just filter by that, because they have different business names, right? So business name wasn't going to do it because it was only going to do one or the other, and I needed both. So I needed access to both Heritage Middleton and Heritage Monona. That gave me the business name down here. Love that. So now that let me choose the locations, and then from there, I was able to create a location group and then select from this and name it whatever on earth I wanted. And so you can see I made Heritage Monona, Heritage Middleton, etc. And that way I can put it to the specific campaign. So in the case of Middleton, right, if I have a campaign for Heritage Middleton, I can now select Heritage Middleton and just show my ad there. I think that covers it. Don't forget to add your Google Ads phone number in there as well if you've got a special tracking for that. But I just wanted to show this. To me, that's a lot of steps. That's a lot harder than you can get up and running on these search ads pretty quickly, but getting all this sorted out, especially if you have multiple locations, takes a little while. So I wanted to record this. Hope this is helpful. Let me know if anything wasn't. Thank you so much.